Objection! Objection!
Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here? Why, yes. In fact, there were a bunch of these next to my house until a few days ago. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest. Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Now let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! So it's right to the right of the stage. It should be right here. And from this vantage point, the witness claims they have seen our client behind the stage backdrop. There you go. The screen would have been completely in the way. The only way he could have seen that was if he actually had actually jumped over the fence. Which is exactly what I'm thinking he did. That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point. Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court? That's perjury if you did. Are you telling me, Mr. Genius, forgot something as literally big as that? That's perjury, Mr. O'Connor, which is a felony. Even if he didn't commit the murder, he's still lying to the court. That's illegal. Genius, he says. Will the witness please restate what he remembers minus the lapse of memory? It was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! You are testifying that our client was behind the stage? But need I remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see our client behind the stage from the stage side of the screen, the witness himself would have had to have been the same area behind the stage. But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor.
Objection!
Oh, you're not getting me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You're not getting me this time. The truth? What truth? Golden boy. My golden criminal. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! But then the screen would have blocked his view.
Objection!
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. He could have seen Juniper if he actually checked out looked at out the window of the art room. Right there. He could have opened the window and actually seen Juniper there. Yes, I'm aware of that, Prosecutor Blackquill. Consider how smoke always wants to rise up high. Let's take a look, shall we? The window. Take a look at the timestamp, everyone. There were some people that were right near the stage as well, including Miss Newman and Professor Means. They were still working on this stage at that time. If you take a look at the timestamp. Something on the other side of the screen is something high enough to see the stage. Right there, the window. The crane as well. There wasn't. There wasn't a crane near on the day of the mock trial. It's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. Exactly. And I think I know what he's talking about when he said he promised something. I'm thinking it was that bribery. Exactly. What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell is using against him? And it's got something to do with going into the crane? Golden Boy did not go up into the crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds. What? Do you mean to tell me a high school student was operating a crane? Hey, there are high school students that actually have had work. They've had jobs. Working as a crane operator, though, that's a tough one. I don't think they'd allow him to do so.
Hold it!
Hold it! Actually, there just might be something that proves you did. Is this whole part-time job thing? If this whole part-time job thing is true, I doubt it'll be limited to a single day. You're probably working at the same site the previous day as well. Exactly. Wait a second. There he is! Right there! He is operating the crane. I was mainly looking at Miss Newman and Professor Means, but if you take a look at the crane, you can see that is Mr. O'Connor. Yep. As the court can see, the photo captured is sorry about that, everyone. One moment, please. Anyway, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Connor. Just like DNA, photographs do not lie. How very interesting. What's a certain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains? The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light. That's a good point, Your Honor. The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. You know what? I think I know what he's talking about. It's his neck. Something is around his neck. Bingo. The figure in this photo is wearing a very unique object around his neck. Are you saying you mean to... Mr. O'Connor's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrant further examination. This warrants further examination. Ah, that's right. He does have a long collar. Take a look at his shirt. Violation of privacy? Not unless they get a search warrant. If they get a search warrant, they can actually investigate. Yes, I've watched a lot of crime dramas, so I know how it works. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off. Right there! There it is! So where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask? Handmade. There's only one like it in the entire world. Sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed? I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment, no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. I used to do this kind of work myself before I got injured. I actually did repair and renovation work. And no, I'm not joking either. And I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school. So, but when you factor in all the required tests and apprenticeship period, when you have to be at least 20 to have a license to operate a crane, there you go. And Mr. O'Connor is only 18. You would have to be at least 20 to actually have a license to operate a crane. Yes, I am quite familiar with that, because I used to do that myself. Actually, no. I do have a family member who did that though. And no, I'm not joking either.
Objection!
Let us dispense with this inane charade, golden boy. High school seniors are 19 at most, thus they fail to complete the requirements. That's very true. You would have to be at least 20 to actually be able to get a license to operate a crane. Plain and simple. Doesn't matter whether he's a genius or an amateur. I should say, it doesn't matter if he's a genius or mentally retarded. You would have to be at least 20 to be able to operate a crane. There you go. Plain and simple. That does not apply to you, does it, Mr. O'Connor? Why does not it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right? What? He lied about his age? Going by 25? He took a 7-year break from school? What? You gotta be freaking kidding me. That's gotta be what he was hiding. Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. Tis all right here. What? Some people have done that, but still. Objection, Your Honor! A genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break. No, that's backwards. And yes, he is actually older than Apollo. Apollo's 23. Geniuses make mistakes. There's a little interesting quote I actually often use when someone actually says that they're perfect. Perfection is nothing more than a myth. I just happen to make mine only 7 years in a row. Only Hugh would get away with using only like that. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. That much is clear. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as in the script, I disagree. Quite persuasive? Uh-uh. As long as the mat was used to move the body, Juniper is going to be under suspicion. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at that time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start. Bingo! There you go. Oh, I think I know. He actually was the one who moved the body. It was already in the mat, and he actually used the crane to move the body. There you go. Your Honor. I've got it. I've got an amazing idea that will turn the prosecution's claim on its head. A little conjecture has never stopped us before. Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to move the body. And there you go. The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script as well. At least that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish. Yes, I am. The witness is a licensed crane operator, so he could have used it to move the body.
Objection!
I intend to say no more of the matter, save that this does not bode well for you. Bow and arrow, what? Wait a sec. The victim was stabbed with an arrow, supposedly. And yes, you can actually use a bow and arrow one-handed. If it's a crossbow, that is. If it's a regular bow, you would need both hands to do so. For a crossbow, though, you can use it one-handed. Hell, even with my injured hand, I could probably do it one-handed. I could probably use my injured hand to do so. crazy little dexterity? If that's a crossbow, then... That I disagree with. You would need both hands. Blood? Whoa! That's a blood stain. Looks like he injured his hand. His hand was injured and required surgery. I've already verified this with the hospital of treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say. How did you get injured, Mr. O'Connor? No relevance to the case? I disagree. 2 hands are required to operate complex machinery such as a crane. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. What? I planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanting to keep my part-time job a secret, I had to do it just a mock trial instead. The body was dropped out of a 3rd floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Then a ball cart was used to move it to the stage. See, I've been paying attention. Well done, Your Honor. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging the mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Juniper remains the prime suspect if we assume the body was moved per her script. So as a defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. Yes, Your Honor, I do have a counter-argument.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! All I have to do is show that the body was not moved like it was in the script. That would show that the mat had nothing to do with this case. Oh, here we go. You don't scare me, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. a sec. There is a way to zip between the art room and the stage. There is actually a way to do so. As actually that pole that we saw earlier. That pole that we saw yesterday. Right there. Saw that? It's only for a second, but you can see it. Someone could have easily used that thing. Gladly, Your Honor. All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of a possibility. The mat and ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used. There we go. The banner. A large banner that was hung by a wire between the stage and art room. A trace amount of blood was found on it.
Take that!
There we go. The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together. Anyway, the court will recall the wire on which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in the school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire. And that could have also been used to move a body as well.
Objection!
Oh, this is not an armchair theory. This is fact. There was no blunt force trauma because the victim was already dead!
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Oh, you surprised me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that, did you? When we investigated the stage yesterday, the bottom part of the school banner had been tied in a pouch-like shape. And pouches are useful for carrying things. What do you think this one could have carried? Gladly, Your Honor. The body was bundled into the pouch-like section of the banner and sent down the wire. The body would have then moved down on the stage in a flash, and there's no need for a mat.
Objection!
Exactly. Power tricks, you say? Claim is as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high wire act. If you have an actual objection, then just come out and say it, Prosecutor Blackquill. Yes, I know that. I know about the bloodstains on the art room pottery, Prosecutor Blackquill. If the wire had been used to move the body, would have been to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. Ergo, the wire and banner had not at all to do with this case. I disagree. If I was to ask him something, here's a little something for you. How did the blood get on to the school banner then? You can even see the blood right there on the bottom. Oh, you better believe it, Your Honor. If my wire theory is true, then that blood on the pottery must not have been it was not the victim's blood. Maybe it was not the victim's blood. Did the police check to see from whom the blood on the pottery came from? Looks like they didn't check it. Aw, don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackquill. Everyone makes mistakes. Yes, I know that. But true, but in the meantime, I'm going to press my claim as far as I can. Your Honor, I demand that the blood on this pottery be analyzed this instant. Gotcha, Prosecutor Blackquill. It wasn't the victim's blood. Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved with this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Connor. I knew it! Gotcha! That must have been when he injured his hand. His hands were dripping with blood. That's what we saw yesterday. The other thing we don't know is, how did he get injured? Your Honor, as we saw earlier, the witness's left hand had suffered a serious injury. He sustained the wound in his struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the art room pottery. The Juniper saw his bloodstained hand as they passed each other in the first floor hall. It's the only explanation that covers everything.
Objection!
Is she forcing me to expose your secret? Odd-looking envelope, huh? It's inside this. Miriam Scuttlebutt's script was found. What? She wasn't even part of the mock trial. It's Scuttlebutt's, but didn't the prosecution already claim that? This envelope is the one that contained her script? Nobody hidden this from all. That's all. Let's see here. That would explain the blood. You clearly see that this envelope is not opened correctly. A powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Constance Court. Miriam wasn't kidding when she said that. The blood on the blade is the witness's. Our genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. The wound isn't that deep, we still got the wire theory. Since the blood by the window overlooking the maintenance area is not the victim's, there's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and the banner. Therefore, the defense once again asserts just that. Glaring contradiction, you say? The coroner would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out outdated beliefs, you say? I think not. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's another thing. We also don't know how those statues actually broke. A body sent sliding down the wire would have crashed into them. Care to explain that in a way? Okay. So the body would have caught it with the statues. What if they did collide? Wait, that's it. Speaking of those statues, we still don't know how they were broken. But if we assume the body crashed into them, that would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room.
Objection!
Yes, Your Honor. It was a little after the mock trial had started. Mr. Wright and I were in the waiting room when which means that the body wouldn't have been there before the mock trial started. Damn it. I remember that. Right before the mock trial started, he saw the body. That still doesn't mean he actually is not the killer, though. The focus was on just 3 suspects before the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion, therefore, contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Objection!
Both sides still lack incontrovertible evidence. So, should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? I bet he's figured out the truth behind this case. If the statues really were broken when the body hit them, and Hugh's statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie! Okay, Mr. O'Connor. Let's get to the bottom of this contradicted this contradiction about when you saw the body. Look me straight in the eyes and repeat your statement to me. Out with it! Did you truly witness the body, Mr. O'Connor? Or were you just lying about it? Or which was it? He was lying, I knew it. Sure about that? Lie to this court again and I'll charge you with perjury. I knew it. He was lying. Why would he lie about this to begin with? The base premise that the body was moved before the mock trial has been overturned. I imagine that this has an impact on both the defense and the prosecution's case. First, I'd like to thank the prosecutor. This brings up one step closer to the truth. Now, at least we know the body was moved using the wire and the school banner. One moment, please, everyone. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone. Sorry about that. The body was moved as you stated, and in the midst of the mock trial... If the body was moved before the mock trial, we have our three suspects. But if the move took place in the midst of the mock trial, it's an entirely different story. All three suspects were in the mock trial. That gives some solid alibis.
Objection!
What? Is he talking about Juniper Woods? Damn it! Yes, I'm aware of that, Prosecutor Blackwell. Twisted Samurai strikes again. Oh, I disagree there, Prosecutor Blackwell. Oh, we're not done yet. Hold it! Perfect crime, you say? Alright, fine. So serious deja vu. Indeed. Didn't we just go through something like this yesterday? There better not be another one that was in Regent Traps. Mr. O'Connor, you already confessed yesterday, then earlier today recanted your confession.
Objection!
Great intellect? I don't think so. Exactly. There is no such thing as a perfect crime. Or a perfect alibi, for that matter. Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer further testimony. I will now demonstrate the very moment of genius that transcended every perfection. Imperfection. Oh, you're going down, Mr. O'Connor! Oh, there's no way you're gonna get out of this one. A body double? This double took care of the trial? I don't buy it. Yes, Your Honor. It does not. The witness's testimony does make absolutely no sense. The whole thing about a body double, I don't buy it. Let's pretend that never happened. Move on to my... Hold it! It's not a matter of not believing you. It's more of the lines of questioning your sanity, Mr. O'Connor. Yeah, the funny farm just called and they want their genius back. Transcends even logic? I disagree.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Here we go. The mood matrix, everyone. Oh, I'm gonna take this bastard out if it's the last thing I do. This is against my better judgment, but I'd like to conduct a short therapy session. Thank you, Your Honor. Let's begin, shall we? Using a body double, I disagree. That means I didn't know what losing my body double did. I slipped out stealthily on my body double took care of the trial. I had to run out of the campus. Got it. Mr. O'Connor, yesterday you said that you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. Juniper reported my secret to Professor Court. His secret? You mean the bribe? She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. My confession was always about one thing and one thing only, the truth.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. O'Connor, you feel great happiness in the fact that you might help set Miss Woods free. So much that it overshadowed all of your other emotions. I can hear it quite clearly now, Mr. O'Connor. The discord you have been trying to suppress. People don't normally feel like you do when you confess. Yes, I'm sure of it. Hugh's feelings for her are the real deal. But that means his confession is... I figured out the obvious, have we? The confession was not about lies, save for the part about being in the mock trial. No, we cannot. That's because Juniper's not the goddamn killer. You can't be serious. Do you really expect us to believe you had a body double? Fine. Let's go with the least worst choice. But first, let me update his testimony. I didn't almost lose, you say. Very odd. You exhibited happiness the entire time, except during this statement. It's during Professor Mean's pretrial speech. So when I moved the body, I slipped back in before the verdict. So you're saying you were there at the moment your body double was about to lose? Yes, I was. Naturally, I wasn't happy when I saw that. In any case, I was at the far end of the lecture hall behind the screen. I figured no one would see me if I came and went through the doors there.
Objection!
A charade? I think not. I know that, Prosecutor Blackwell. I used the door on the right side near the lawyer's bench. That means my movements will be visible to someone in the left balcony seat. That seat was empty at the time, which is only natural. After all, it belonged to Professor Cord, and as we all know, he was already dead by then. That can't be right. An empty balcony seat and the left side contradicts this piece of evidence. Oh, you're not getting me there, Mr. O'Connor.
Take that!
I have no idea where this contradiction is going, but I don't have any other moves at this point. I just have to follow it and see where it takes me. You said the left balcony seat was empty, but was it really? What about this diagram then? According to this, Professor Means was supposed to be seated in the left balcony seat. But if you left the lecture hall during his pre-trial speech, he would have been standing there at his seat addressing the students and faculty. Everyone, I'm cutting it off for now. I will return in a few minutes. We are gonna take this bastard down today. Don't worry, I will be coming back today, and we're gonna take down this bastard.